Okay, so thank you for sitting down with me. It's very nice to meet you. I first want to talk about, you're the first Mexican woman to earn a Ph.D. in physics from Stanford, right?
That's right.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the struggles that you faced getting there and maybe some kind of backlash you might have faced along the way?
Sure. So I grew up in a fairly conservative community in Mexico, and from a very young age, people told me that physics and math were not for girls, and that I should probably better pick a career that was more feminine, like communications or journalism. And it was great for other people, but I didn't want that. And so from a very young age, I felt very insecure about my math skills, and I learned to hide my love for physics.
Wow.
And so even my counselors in high school and my teachers, they were no better. They also told me, you better pick something that, more traditional. My mom even told me, don't tell boys that you like physics because you stand the chance of not being able to get married, which almost happened. No, I'm kidding. And so what happened was when it came time to go to college, I chose philosophy because that was a more accepted path. And when I was studying philosophy, I realized that my hunger to learn physics and the laws of nature and learn about the universe was not going to go away.
Right.
So behind everyone's back, I did a very kind of rascal thing for my community, which is I applied to schools in the US because I knew there I could study, well, here I could study both majors, philosophy and physics. And I was very fortunate to get a scholarship because my parents couldn't have paid the difference in price from an American university to what we were paying in Mexico. So I went to Brandeis University. I was very fortunate. And there I met my mentor, who was a PhD student in physics from India, who devoted his entire summer to tutoring me and mentoring me to be able to switch from philosophy to physics in only 2 months so that I could fit the whole physics degree, the whole BA, in 2 years as opposed to the normal 4 years.
Right. So do you still get that kind of backlash now, even after you've proven yourself countless times?
Yeah, there's definitely what I would call subtle biases.
Right.
So what I went through was actually quite overt. And those biases are sometimes difficult, but they're easier to fight because people are directly telling you can't do it. So you can become even more feisty and have even more self-confidence to actually achieve your dreams. Whereas subtle biases, like when I would work, I remember even in Wall Street, I worked for a few years, and I would go to a meeting and I was the quantitative person knowing all the models, and they would think I was the assistant to the salesperson and things like that. And yes, there's definitely what people often call mansplaining, where men think,
Right.
you don't understand.
I definitely know.
Yeah.
So what would be your advice then to young girls that are in your situation that you were in, about maybe they want to go into physics but they're afraid of that backlash? Or
to believe in themselves. Cherish your dreams because that's the only thing that's unique to you. And don't let anyone tell you that you cannot get your dreams come true. Anyone can do it. If I was able to do it without, probably with very little background, anyone can do it. Just follow what you want and follow your passion.
That's fantastic, thank you. One more question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the incorporation of the arts into the STEM program? So we call it STEAM here at Project Fibonacci. What's your view on that?
I absolutely love it. I think the fact that people have differentiated arts from the sciences is a mistake, because I do think that the most creative people make the best both scientists as well as artists.
Right.
And so while I think that scientists can learn a lot from that out-of-the-box thinking that artists generally have, I think also artists can learn from the rigor and structure that science brings